You knew it was coming. Another gay day of Cardiac Megaphone Baseball. We are here at April 14th, 1908. The Philadelphia Athletics versus the New York Highlanders. So let's get started. Let's announce the lineups here on opening day 1908 for Philadelphia. And I do keep sheets and scores and all sorts of good fun stuff. That's the idea, but this is opening day. Okay. Batting for Philadelphia will be Topsy Hartzell, playing left field. Batting second, Simon Nichols. He'll be playing shortstop. Jimmy Collins will be playing third base for the Philadelphia A's. Connie Mack's team is MacMan, as they like to call him. Harry Davis is at first. Danny Murphy's at second base. The switch-hitting Jack Coombs is playing right field. Rube Oldring is playing center field. Sid Smith will be the catcher. And a left-handed pitcher, Nick Carter, not the detective, guys, will be the pitcher. Nick Carter, we'll look at him real fast just for you guys in 1907 if I have records here, and I should be able to get them. This is Nick Carter's only season that he pitched in the major leagues. He had a 2-5 record, winning percentage 286, just wasn't he. ERA of 2.97. Now for dead ball, that was a little high, but he just doesn't say much else about him. So, just doesn't. Not even any transactions whenever he retired. This is based on retro sheet, not baseball reference, just so everybody knows. Okay. There is no full play-by-play, but at least we got the lineups. I have sent an email and a help out to Mark and my other character out there in Digital Diamond Land, Johnny Bravo, asked if they will help me in setting up 1903 to 1907 because without the lineups, the baseball can't play. I told them I'm going to Sabre, going to do it. How can we set this up? Play a season. And what I'm thinking about we may have to do is what I would call is a 100 for 1903, if I can pull it off in here, is a 140 game round robin tournament is what I have to call it, okay? And then try to set the limit that they play each other so many times each series. I'm not sure if I can do that or not. I'm hoping Mark can help me out here. Johnny Bravo can. Same problem over in NP3. They're working on the lineups. They're getting down to 1906. It's one of the guys there who gave me the heads up about Sabre and the fact that he took it out of Sporting Life for his 1903 season. So we'll go from there. Obviously, not everybody played, as you can tell. Eddie Collins, who people thought you would have thought he would have started for him. Eventually he did. He became the second baseman, but he only played in 102 of the 154 games. Do I have a game log on him? That would be nice, and the funniest thing is I do. And of course, everybody knows him from the Chicago White Sox, if I remember right. Eddie Collins' first game was April 25th. He didn't even get in. Started out basically as a pinch hitter. First positions he played in 1908 was right field. Again, pinch hitter. Became the second baseman right around Memorial Day weekend is when he became the second baseman for the MacMan. But he played pretty much every position out here. Shortstop, second base was his most predominant position. He didn't start that way though. He was a rookie in 1908. Or actually he wasn't. Let me go back on that. He was not. He played 6 games for Philadelphia in 1906 and he played 14 in 1907. He was one of the ones of the $100,000 infield who got sold to the White Sox. Eventually became a manager. So that's where we're at here. Okay. So without further ado, for the New York Highlanders, let's bring them up. I should have the ball team set up, and I do. That is Harry Niles at second base. Willie Keeler will be playing right field, batting second. Jake Stahl will be the left fielder. Kid Elberfeld will be the shortstop. Hal Chase, great first baseman for the early American League, will be playing first. He's batting fifth. Charlie Hempfield will be playing center field, and he's batting sixth. Whit Conroy will be third baseman. Red Kleinow will be our catcher, and the starting pitcher opening day in 1908 was Slow Joe Doyle. Now, just so you know, these guys, both him and the pitcher, both have ratings of only 23 batters they should be facing. They pitched complete games. Oh, by the way, it was a 1-0 12-inning affair. No relievers in this game, folks, unless it gets out of hand. You guys know the rules. Anybody who's listened to what I've been doing here, the rules are quite simple. 7 runs, 5 innings minimum for the pitchers. 7 runs, 5 innings will be the minimum for the pitchers. And I'm going to take out my old school dice here. And my banger, as I call it. And that's what we got. We are playing at we won't talk about the organ. That game, that wasn't there either, okay? We'll let it go. I'm not going to worry about the organ. That's one of those little things I'm just not going to worry about, even though everybody knows I'm a purist. This is being played at Hilltop Park, New York, Manhattan. As you can tell by all the wonderful things, Larry and Manny's place. You got the Hotel Commodore. You have Pluto. You have Regal shoes. Note you have no car ads or anything. And if my mind serves me right, way back there, that's a cigarette ad or a cigar ad, one of the two. That's for hats, I think. So we're going to have a good time here. But this is Manhattan, the Hilltop Park. For anybody, for you historians, and I gotta find. I'll have to fix this picture, and it won't be able to happen until after the until I get going here, because it won't pop up for the rest of the games. I'll have to fix him. This card here is from an outfit called Rose International. They were or Shannon or Rose of Shannon. They did a bunch of these back in 1908, 1909, 1907 for the ball players. So I liked them, and I said, yeah, let's put them up. Top of the first, coming at the bat is Topsy Hartzell. Everybody pretty much was blue and white back then too, so I let that walk too. I got Philadelphia, New York in the wrong colors. I should be in reverse. I should be blue, dark blue with white bottom. So sorry about that, guys. We are definitely going to need a scorecard. Yes, we are on this one, guys. My fault, my stupidity. I did lack of. You guys saw that last monstrosity I had between the Tigers and the Indians. All right, so I don't need the TV thing over there, and that's always good to have. Okay, again, here we go, guys. Slow Joe Doyle versus Topsy Hartzell. Topsy Hartzell batted .243 for the Philadelphia A's. These are 1908 totals, by the way. We'll leave it the real totals for about the first 4 or 5 games. Once we get some batting averages in here, then we'll flip it into the simulated stats. Not out of spite, just out of smartness. He hit 4 home runs, 29 RBIs. Not bad for an early left fielder in 1908. Here is the pitch. And it is a 4-2-7. Coming around, Hartzell's at the plate. 4-2-7. And he got a piece of that ball heading over towards Elberfeld. Pitch is on the way. Hit on the ground right up the middle. Elberfeld picks it up, plants his feet right there over second base, and flips it for the out. 1 down on a 6-3 play. Great play by Elberfeld, whose air rating, by the way, is 9. And as Beatles can tell you, the air ratings back then, these are pretty much probably true. The range and the arm are not. I think our wonderful owners of the game and a few other purists like myself, I think they may have boned up on their homework here, And in doing so, they also may have come up with a better range for the arms. Baseball Reference arms and their ranges and all that good stuff only go as far back as 1954. So for any of you guys who love playing the games, if you know and can understand, and if you ask Mark at Digital Diamond, if you can get his formulas for how he did the arm ranges for, let's use let's do a 3-year thing for the 1960s. Get his formulas if you can. I don't think they're that bad of an algorithm for him. If you can pick off what they did, check the stats, compare them to the stats back here, we might be able to get arm ranges and the ranges and the strength of the arms at least. We are not going to get the running speed. That is done by rep only. Okay? He had 14 stolen bases. As far as I know, if he makes first base, they might give him they've been giving everybody 95s. The trick for the stolen base is not to get on. It's how you can do it. Simon Nichols batted .216 for these very same Philadelphia A's. He only had 4 home runs himself. If you notice, he had 14 stolen bases. This man can bunt. So obviously they know the bunting reputations too. Bunt hits back in the Stone Age, if you want to call it that, was common. Here's the pitch. And it is a 7-9-8. We're going to get a lot of those guys. That is heading out towards right field. Willie Keeler's coming on in. Line drive. He can't get it in time, and he gets it on the one hop. That's going to be a single, though, for Nichols. He is the first one on base here for Philadelphia. And as I said already, see how they got the stolen base? They're going to give them the 95. You just got to be able to get their lead. That is the key right there. So if I keep the stolen bases down, that's what's going to happen. Jimmy Collins, as you can see, I got all my baseball cards, all that good stuff. Could be because I've got the New York team wrong, and I have to look that one up because they are not the New York Yankees, they are the New York Highlanders, and they may not have these teams as NYN, which is what the modern teams had. NYN and NYA. So here is the pitch to Jimmy Collins, who batted .217 in 1908. And it is a 4.84. And they're going to try for the lead instead. That's going to take him back there. Doles flies over to first. He almost caught Nichols trying to nap. Nichols is waking up that time. Got there just in time by the toe, by his fingertips on diving back to the bag. Here is the pitch. And it is an 8.05. That's setting out possibly on the ball. Brings it in. Here's a dunker out to center field. Henfield's coming on in. He's hustling up to pick it up off the grass. It may look like a line drive, but it just for the lack of a better term, for anybody who knows the term, it was a punch and Judy shot. Over the infield, in the outfield. Harry Davis is up to bat. Nichols is at their second base. Collins is at first. Coming on up for is Harry Davis. Had 5 home runs, 62 RBIs for Philadelphia back then. Batted .248. Here's the pitch. And here we go. It is a 4.6. Oh, they're going to try for the lead again. 4.62. There, everybody's going to try. Also, keep in mind, it was an aggressive league back then. They're going for the hit and run. See if they can get the runners moving forward. Here we go, folks. Here is the pitch. And it is a 3.76. That is not successful. Let's hope the ball goes to the outfield. Heading that way, and it sure does. He lifts it up in the air. That is lifted out there, but fairly deep. So Stahl's heading on that way. Makes the easy catch. Runners have to hustle back to get back to first and second base, as they were definitely out on the hit and run. Brings it to 2 down. Coming up is Danny Murphy. Batted .265 for these very A's. 4 home runs, 66 RBIs. They were a consistent team back then, is what it looks like. They weren't home, and for home run hitters, that's pretty good. Here is the pitch to Murphy. It is a 091. And Murph's, you could hear the sound. Murph's got a part of it. Line hard to right field. But easy there to make the play is Willie Keeler. We have a third out here in the first inning. No runs. 2 hits. 2 runners left on base. At the end of the top of the first, the Philadelphia A's 0 and the New York Highlanders 0. Due up for the New York Highlanders will be Harry Niles, Willie Keeler, and Jake Stahl. As I've said before, I have to learn the batters' names and the pitchers' names. I understand the game. I know how it was played. Like Beatles have said, I will continue to study the game. If any of you who know, I've got 1, maybe 2 the golf club games I posted. Did that as a joke. You'll never see anything but baseball on my channel, guys. I don't mind other sports, but you'll only see baseball on the channel. My passion and my love has always been, since I was a kid, is baseball. And I picked it up for the opposite reason that a lot of people did, even though I was a catcher for 4 years in Little League. I played the game. I love the stats. I love the numbers. I've always loved the numbers. And I like the way things are. So what ifs for me, this is perfect. Okay, if I ever learned to really do the tournaments, it'd be even better. Here it is. And this is an 8-8-2. Harry Niles got a piece of that ball. That swung on. Hard ground ball down third baseline under the glove of Jimmy Collins. Heading down that way. Hartzell's heading over towards there. Niles takes a wide turn, but he can't get it. He sees it. Hartzell's got that ball in quickly. Not going to try for second base this time. A little early for them to get a little aggressive. Due up is Willie Keeler. Willie Keeler's 1 home run, 14 RBIs. Batting .263, has 14 stolen bases, has a bunt rate of 95. We'll be probably using a bunch as the game goes on. And I think, and quote me if I'm wrong, Beats, this is the same Willie Keeler that until 1936 owned the Major League record for the hitting streak. He had a 44-game hitting streak. He is the guy who was in second. Here is the pitch. And it is a 0-8-3. Davis holding the bag. Niles trying to steal the step. Carter's taking his time. That's a slow roll to first base. Davis has to pick it up. Toss it to Carter. And Niles will take second. So we have 1 down, 3-1 on that play, folks, by the way. Niles at second base. Yeah, I could try stolen bases too. I probably will as we go along. We'll see what happens. I got to work on that part of my game too. Remember, I'm a weird purist. I like the 60s where, unless your name was Wills or Brock, nobody stole bases. And Aparicio. Jake Stahl's up at 2 home runs, 42 RBIs, batted .255 here for the Highlanders. Runner on second base. Here is the pitch. And it is a 7-2-5. Here comes the pitch, and that one goes downstairs below the knees. That is ball 4. Stahl will take first base on the walk. We'll see a lot of those throughout the 1908 season. We definitely will see walks. We won't see a lot of strikeouts, but we will see a lot of batted balls. That's the one thing we will see. If you haven't noticed here, they've got a huge walk range. Here's a good example. This is Kid Elberfeld. He didn't even make what we now call the Mendoza line. Okay, I don't think he played a lot of games. He only had 11 runs scored. I think he was eventually replaced. I found the picture. Don't know how I did it, but I found him. It wasn't easy. Same thing with Nick Carter. Wasn't easy. I actually had that picture. There is the picture that is in it's in Baseball Reference where I found that one. Others I found I had a great time looking for. It was fantastic, but I couldn't find a lot in the Topps baseball card thing. Don't bother. I found him at a better location. That's up to you guys to find him. I will give you mine, but you have to learn to find your own. But here's a good example. If you notice the number, if you go into, heck, nowadays, A lot of times the strikeout number is up over 200. It is now. Didn't used to be. In the 1970s, about 165, 170. And the outs were always up there, yeah, right around. That's not a bad location. Okay, in this game here, though, the outs, and we saw it in Detroit, and we saw it in the Cincinnati game, and we saw it in the Detroit game. The out marker could go up over 700, and that's for the regular players. The walks could be a lot of walks. You can see he's got a 7% chance of making a walk, or he's got 70 numbers. That's pretty damn good. That's 1908. Here is the pitch. And this is a 2-3-3. That is hit over towards shortstop. Routine ground ball. Nichols up, but then flips to Murphy one way over to Davis. Double play. Yes, sir. Bobby, we have a double play. First one of the game for the Philadelphia A's. 6-4-3. And that ends the inning for the New York Highlanders. No runs. One hit, one runner left on base. At the end of a full inning, we have a 0-0 score. Let us see who we got in the peanut gallery, if the peanut gallery has arrived yet. Not quite yet, though. I do have one viewer, if that's not myself. It could be the YouTube PC police. I try not to use language YouTube, but I will. If this game messes up, I will use language. I have no problem. There is no governor on my mouth. If it's Mark from DDBB, thank you for joining us. If it's Cyrus from National Pastime 3, thank you for joining us. It's always good to see Cyrus when he's around here because Cyrus himself is a very smart, knowledgeable man. Cyrus, I think, came out of APPA, and formed NP3, and I think the NP3 game is better than APBA. Also, I like the fact that I can play the dice. And I'm not even using that. I use rock and roll dice for Cyrus's game. It works. If you're not sure, go look in Skeetersoft.com, the Delphi forums, Skeetersoft.com. I have about 3 or 4 seasons posting so far, but 1965 is my baby. You can see it, Clint's 1965 box scores. Every one of those is done by dice. I do not use the computer dice. If you notice here, I do not use the computer dice. I refuse. I have my reasoning. Jack Coombs is coming up to bat. 1 home run, 23 RBIs. He must have been the weak hitter for the Philadelphia team, and everybody else had 4 or 5. Slow Joe Doyle's back on the mound. Here, and if you notice his record for 1908, only 1-1. 2.62 ERA. Good ERA. 20 strikeouts, 14 walks. You're not going to get the 8-1s, 9-1s that we see through Koufax or a few others. You're lucky if we get 3-2. Right now, this is basically 10-7. Yeah, about 3-2. Here's the pitch. And yeah, I'm talking a lot. Sorry about that, guys. I picked up Beatles Habit. I don't like to talk a lot at all. This is a 3-5-3 going over to Jack Coombs. And Dole downs the rubber, and that's on the ground towards the left-hand side. Wood scoops it up and fires over to Chase. Chase scoops it out of the dirt. We have 1 down. And coming up to bat will be Rube Oldring. Rube Oldring is batting .221 for Philadelphia. He is the center fielder. 1 home run, 39 RBIs, 38 runs scored. Slow Joe Doyle is ready. Here is the pitch. And it is a 6-9-1. And Rube Goldring got a hold of that ball. Nice lazy fly ball out towards center field. Hempfield's coming on in, makes the easy grab. And we have 2 down. Due up is Sid Smith. Sid Smith is the catcher for Philadelphia. He was the starting catcher in the opening day. Like I said, they didn't make it on like they do nowadays. You had these teams, and I'll tell you what, we have to go for a substitute. If we have to go for a substitute, let me look on this thing. Hold on, guys. Let me take a look. See, in this game, and I hope I can find 1 pinch hitter. Not a one. They all played the entire game. Okay. Philadelphia in 1908, because I chased all the pictures down, I chased all the photographs, had a total of, and it's including finding these players, and it wasn't easy. I got a bunch of these players out here. They'll be in and out all season long. Unless I got to bring them in, and I can do, if I have to, I can. Philadelphia has 24 batters, and they had 12 pitchers who played all throughout the season. Philadelphia had a couple of players in 1908. I don't know, you may have heard of them. Some fellow named of Amos Strunk, another fellow named of Home Run Baker, another fellow named of Joe Jackson. All started out in Philadelphia. Okay, so just so you know. For the New York Islanders, and like I say, it wasn't easy finding these guys. This is what I came up with, so I'm hoping these guys are right in the game. In fact, they were, because I got pictures of them all. For the New York Islanders, they had only 19 batters. They had 12 pitchers and pitchers. That's what they had. And again, the same thing with Philadelphia. They had Frank Delahanty, one of the Delahanty brothers. George Moriarty was with them, as we got him in here somewhere. They had 1, 2, 3 catchers, and probably more than that. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I just lost the dice. Just hit my leg. And I found it. Okay. For pitchers for the New York Islanders, okay? Hippo Vaughn started out with the New York Islanders as a 20-year-old. That's who they had. That's what we got. Here we go. Here is the pitch to Sid Smith. And it is a 9-4-0. And Sid Smith gets that out towards left field. Nice solid hit. Fastball is going to ground sharply into the left-hand side. Gets past Elberfield and Conroy. Quickly into left field. Stahl's able to pick it up. Drops it, throws it back in. And we have a runner on first here in the top of the second inning. Nick Carter, the pitcher's coming up. He batted 100 for the Philadelphia A's. Here is the pitch. It is a 1-6-3. And that is a ground ball. Sounds like a ground ball. Here it is. Swung on. And it's a towering pop-up. That sounded groundish, but he got deep underneath it. Here we go. A cruise converging. Everfield's chasing him all the way. Makes the catch, and we have 3 down. At the end of 2 innings, it is Philadelphia nothing. Here comes the New York Islanders in the bottom of the second inning. Coming up for them will be Chase, Hemphill, and Conroy. Hal Chase, first baseman, batted .257 for the Yankees. 1 home run, 36 RBIs. Or not the Yankees, the Highlanders, I apologize. Did score 50 runs, decent run average. Here is the pitch. And it is a 2-7-9. And Carter turns ready. That's a hard bounce to that left-hand side. Davis gets it up there. He was playing back, and he managed to get up there, shovels the Carter for the out, and we have 1 down. Second time these two have played with each other like that. Don't get funny, guys. And Charlie Hemphill's coming up. He batted .297, decent batting average there for this era. Consider that you're up against Heidi Manish, Ty Cobb, Harry Heilman. Oh yeah, the big boys. Here we go. Here's the pitch. And it is a 4-2-7. Pitch is coming up. That's high in the air to left field, and Hartzell's waiting for it. He puts it away easily this time. Didn't even have to hardly move. Makes the grab. We have 2 down. Due up will be Whit Conroy. He batted .237. Did have a home run, 39 RBIs. As you can see by his little colorized picture, that was the New York Islanders uniform, according to somebody. Here is the pitch. And it is a 300. And Conroy hits it over towards short. Caden Sutton goes on, swung on. That's lined towards center field. Right to Nichols, able to make the grab as he was sliding out towards second base. Makes a flash grab there. And that is 3 down. A 1-2-3 inning for Carter and the Philadelphia A's. No runs, no hits. Nobody left on base at the end of 2 solid. We have Philadelphia nothing and the New York Islanders nothing. Topsy Hartzell's coming up to bat for Philadelphia. The first time up, he grounded out to our shortstop Elberfeld. Nice play by the kid as he was sliding, grinding out towards second base. Here is the pitch. Come on, everybody in. There you go. It is an 8-3-1. And that got hit at the end of the bat. John on the way at the end of the bat. Cromwell bounces out to corral it. As Hartzell's flying down that base, it was just got in there. And Hartzell's able to leg it out, gets an infield hit. Hartzell's on the infield fit as that ball caught the end of the bat and just went slow out there real quick. He had his speed, he's out there. Hartzell is on first. Coming up to bat will be Simon Nichols. They got a chance. We're going to bring the corners in on this one here. See if they can possibly avoid a double. See if they can stop the bunt. Nichols has an 85 bunt rating. Last time up, he got a single, went to second base. Here is the pitch. And it is a 288. Come on. Yep, there we go, 288. And Dole glance, there's the sign. Okay, that infielders are creeping in. High chopper to first base. Chase grabs it, steps on the back for the out. Hartzell's with his speed able to get down to second base, and we have a runner at second there. We'll have to check at the end of the game, or we can even check earlier, if that possibly is going to be considered a sacrifice hit on that slow roll to advance the player. Maybe, maybe not. Jimmy Collins is coming up. He also got a base hit in the first inning. Philadelphia has 4 hits so far this game. Doyle's ready. He's ready to go. Here is the pitch. And it is a 5-8-8. And Collins, he got a piece of that ball. Hard ground ball heading up that middle area. And he flips over to Elberfeld. Nice jam. Looks at Hartzell real fast. Fast it over towards first. Gets the play. And we have it out 6-3. 2 down here in the third inning. Coming back will be our Harry Davis. Harry Davis flew up to Jake Stahl in the first inning. Tight ball game here. Slow Joe Doyle. He is ready. Here is the pitch. And it is a 6-7-4. Going for the hit and run. That looks like it may not. He may have gotten a hold of that ball, but it looks like it's just staying there, lying hard. Keeler heads out towards that right field line. Makes the one-hander, grabs again. It gets out, flips his glove out to the field. And we have 3 down. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base at the end of 2.5 innings. It's Philadelphia nothing and the New York Islanders nothing. Coming up for the New York Islanders will be Red Kleino, Slow Joe Doyle, and Harry Niles. Red Kleino batted .168 for the Islanders. 1 home run, 13 RBIs. Here is the pitch. And it is a 2-1-8. Kleino got a piece of it. Looks like it's going to be heading down towards that third base side. Down the button. Collins is heading over that way. Makes the easy line drive out. We have 1 down. Slow Joe Doyle's at the bat. He batted .214. Yes, folks, he out-hit his catcher. Back then, pitchers could hit. May not have hit a lot. May not have hit a lot of home runs. They could hit. But the only pitcher that could really hit for home runs is some guy named Ruth. I don't know if anybody ever heard of him. Now, he pitched for the Red Sox. Helped them with their Ernie Shore and Smokey Joe Wood. You know, he didn't do too much. Hell, I don't know, something about like holding the American League, holding the World Series record until Whitey Ford broke it for the most scoreless innings in a World Series game in the World Series. Here is the pitch, Slow Joe Doyle. It is an 8-3-4. And Doyle is able to swing on it. He gets a soft line drive out towards that left side. Gets over the head of Nichols' glove. He couldn't get up there high enough. Couldn't stretch up high enough, so it drops in front over to Hartzell. And Slow Joe Doyle's trying to help his own cause. Gets a base hit here in the bottom of the third inning. Runner on first base is Doyle. Doyle has a good chance of trying to get a stolen base here. Just doesn't have a chance of getting the lead. Not the way these bones are playing here, but let's see if we can try to see if we get a stolen base too. Can't hurt. And the lead is 0-7-3. Is it close enough? Throw over towards first. No, he is safe. Got back just in time on a tight one. Doyle almost was able to get away with that one and head out towards second base. Would have been a heck of a run for him. Harry Niles is up. Last time up, he got the loan he had at the time, the first hit of the game for the Highlanders. Here is the pitch. And it is a 4-7-4. And he gets that on again. That's a nice little pitch coming up. Poked over to the shortstop. Scoops it up by Nichols. Rifles at the first for the out. Doyle will take second base on the play. And Niles is out on a 6-3 play. Here in the bottom of the third. Willie Keeler's back up to bat. Hit it out to Davis. Davis had scooped it up and underhanded to Carter there in the first inning to get off the speedy Keeler. Runner on second base, 2 down. Is it the Highlanders' time to finally see if they can bring one across? Here is the pitch to Keeler. And it is a 6-7. Don't think he's got the horses, folks. Oh, yes, he didn't. I just called that. That's all right. It's going to be an out anyway. My fault. And Combs is waiting for it to come on down. Pulls it in. That is 3 down. And at the end of 3, it is the Philadelphia A's. No runs, 4 hits, no errors. For the New York Highlanders, no runs, 2 hits, and no errors. We're going to the top of the 4th. Coming up to bat for the A's will be Danny Murphy, Coombs, and Oldring. Rube Oldring. And let's see what we got going on here. Obviously, I don't think anybody has found out yet that I'm doing a baseball game. So we'll find out. You'll have to catch it later, guys. 1908. Beatles. See what's going on out here. Let me look. Nope, I'm on top there. I'm the only one doing it. Let's see what kind of trouble we can cause, guys. I can always cause trouble. Top of the 4th inning, Philadelphia. Coming to bat, Danny Murphy. Slow Joe Doyle is on the mound. Here is the pitch. And it is a 1-6-0. And Murphy gets a pop of that ball. Swung on that is a hard ground ball heading up the middle. Elberfield's able to get over there to second base. Snatches that ball in the air. Throws it to Chase. Makes the play. We have 1 down. Great play by Elberfeld as he gets that ball on the back hop there at second base. Flips it down to second base, and we are all set. Coming up to bat is Jack Coombs. Jack Coombs, last time up. Ground out to our third baseman, Wood Connery. Here is the pitch. And it is a 9-6. Stepping to the plate. Here we go. Soft line drive towards our right field side. Gets just past Hal Chase into right field. Keeler's waiting for it to come on in. And Coombs will stay at first base with respect out to the right field. That is the 5th Philadelphia hit for the game. All singles, by the way. Every hit so far today has been a single, which is typical of the National League back then. It's called now, or any league back then. Here in the dead ball here. Rube Oldring is up. Last time up, he flew out to center field in the 2nd inning. Here is the pitch. See what happens here. And Coombs is ready to lead off first, and he's going to see if he can try to get this one. Throw over towards first, and Combs is safe. Got a little bit careless, but he's able to make it back. Chase fumbled the ball just a hair, just enough for it to be high enough that Combs is able to get underneath before the tag. Here's the pitch to Oldring. And it is a 7-2-7. Go at the plate. That's got a pretty good pitch on there. And he gets on it. Sends a lazy fly ball high up in the right field. Keeler is stepping on back a little bit. Gets there just in time. Makes the grab. We have 2 down. Coming up is Sid Smith. Sid Smith has 1 of the Philadelphia 5 hits. Got a base hit in the second inning. Combs is at first. Doyle is ready. Here is the pitch. And it is a 6-3-0. Not going to be enough to get him around there. Here he flies over. That tag, not in time. Combs is playing a little bit dangerously. He got a little bit further out. See how far he can get before he can make that run. Here is the pitch to Smith. And it is a, come on, you gotta put it down too. There you go, 4-3-2. And Smith hits it on the swung on out the line towards shortstop, and Elfield's able to grab it. Elberfield is having a great defensive game over there at short today. No runs, 1 hit again. And we are at 3.5 innings. It is Philadelphia 0, Yankees, the Highlanders 0. Coming up to bat will be Jake Stahl, Kid Elberfeld, and Hal Chase. We are in the bottom of the 4th inning in a pitcher's duel. Jake Stahl walked his last time up, his first time up here in the game, and was a victim of a 6-4-3 double play done by Hal Chase, or Kid Elberfeld. Here is the pitch. And it is a 5-9-2. He's got it, winds up and delivers, swung on, and that is lined right straight at shortstop. Nichols had to duck a little bit to make sure he got that. Got the ball into the glove. We have 1 down. Almost went right at Nichols' face. He stepped to the side and got it, so it wouldn't hit him. Kid Elberfeld is up last time up, hit to a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning in the first. Here is the pitch to Elberfeld by Carter. And it is a 5-7-7. Here we go. Rocks far as that spun in front of the plate. It's still a fair ball. Calls it fair. Smith hands it. Fires the first. Gets Elberfeld on a 2-3 play. And we have 2 down here in the 4th inning. Hal Chase coming up to bat last time up. He grounded out to our first baseman, who again underhanded it to the pitcher. Here is the pitch by Hal Chase, to Hal Chase. And it is a 5-4-4. And that sounded like a real easy, lazy fly ball. It is shallow field. Here comes Oldring. All of a sudden, a little burst of wind. He brought it back in. He has to come in, and he makes the running grab. We have 3 down. At the end of 4 innings, that was no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. At the end of 4 full, we have the Philadelphia A's nothing, the New York Islanders nothing. Coming up to bat will be Nick Carter, the pitcher, Hartzell, and Nichols. Slow Joe Doyle is back on the mound for the New York Islanders. We have got ourselves a barn burner to hear this one here. We got 2 pitchers that are just digging it out and slugging it out with each other. Turns out to be for opening day, these were 2 excellent choices for pitchers. Fans are enjoying it. They're watching a great defensive struggle going on here. Here is the pitch to Carter, the pitcher who also has a bait, who popped out to our shortstop last time up. Here's the pitch. And it is a 3-8-9. And that looks like it's lifted out to left field. Jake Stahl has no problem. Got a keen eye on here on the ball. We have 1 down. Due up is Topsy Hartzell. Topsy Hartzell so far has grounded to short, and he has a base hit. He is 1 for 2 today here in the 5th inning. Doyle's on the mound. He is ready this time. Here is the pitch. And it is a 3-8-1. And Hartzell's waiting. Doyle, here we go. This is excuse me swing that just chopped in front of the plate. Klein is able to get that ball, flips it down to chase on a bullet to get Hartzell off by a step. And we have 2 down here in the 5th inning. Coming up to bat will be Simon Nichols. Simon Nichols so far today is 1 for 2. He's got a base hit in the first, grounded to the first baseman unassisted here in the 3rd. Here is the pitch. And it is a 3-4-7. And Nichols, he hammered. This was heading deep out towards center field to that hat sign. Hempfield's running back, makes a great catch on that ball. Beautiful running catch. And is able to grab that ball out real quickly. Makes it 3 down, and we have a 1-2-3 inning for the New York Islanders here in the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. At the end of 4.5, it is Philadelphia nothing, the New York Islanders nothing. It is an official game. Remember, this is dead ball. Charlie Hempfield's coming up to the plate now. Last time up, he flew out to left field. We were in a scoreless duel. We were in definitely a duel. 2 fine pitchers who didn't last the season are up. Here is the pitch by Carter to Hempfield. And it is a 6-4-6. Carter has the sign. Here he rocks back, and he lost him on ball 4. That is the 2nd walk given up by Carter, who has no strikeouts to go along with this. He is throwing a 2-hitter so far. Due up here is Wood Conway. Charlie Hempfield, they say, has got a chance. Wood Conway's at the plate. We're going to see if he can probably get a stolen base out of this. If he can get the lead, the stolen base is his, obviously. And he is not, just barely misses, fires towards first, and Hempfield was almost caught. He was leaning the wrong way. He is there, but gets back to first safely. Wood Conway here is at the plate. Here is the pitch. And it is a 2-2-3. That has got hit out there. It looks like a hit and run. Here goes Hempfield, banged up high in the air and waiting for this Hartzell. Hartzell gets back, makes the jump, fires it back in, but Hempfield will get back to first on time. 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Up is Red Kleinow. Red Kleinow's last time up, he lined out to our 3rd baseman, Jimmy Collins. Hempfield's going to see if he can try again to get over to second base. And he's got the lead. They're ready for him to go. Here we go. No respect for the move this time. And he heads out there. He is off and running. Here's the pitch. There goes Hempfield. Poor throw by Smith this time. And Hempfield will make it there standing up. He will get the first stolen base of the game. He is at second base. 1 down here. Kleinow is at the plate. Base hit will get the runner across, possibly. Here is the pitch. And it is a 2-4-5. Carter brings on. Here he goes. Hits slowly towards the ground, towards shortstop. Nichols will have to hurry. Gets Kleinow out by a step. But it was too close for Hempfield to try to make the play, and that is 2 down. Due up is Slow Joe Doyle. Slow Joe Doyle last time got a base hit his first time up. Can he do it again? 2 down, bottom of the 5th inning in a very, very tight ball game here between the Highlanders and the Athletics, the White Elephants. Here is the pitch. And it is a 695. Slow Joe Doyle hits it out. Looks like it's heading out that way towards left field. Drifting over his Hartzell, and he able to make the catch out there towards the line for 3 out. No runs, no hits, 1 runner left on base at the end of 5 full. It is 0-0. Due up for Philadelphia is Jimmy Collins, Davis, and Murphy. And hello, Al Red Sox fan. Welcome to Dead Ball Cardiac Baseball. We are in the top of the 6th inning. Coming up is Jimmy Collins. So far, we've got a pitcher's duel here at Hilltop Park, Manhattan, New York. I apologize, Al, for the colors. I didn't mean for it to happen that way, but somehow I got Philadelphia backwards. Or I got the Highlanders backwards. The home team should be wearing the dark colors, and I didn't set it up that way. I set it backwards up. I'll have to go back out and fix it. I'll do that after the game is over. Here we go. Collins is ready. Doyle is ready. Here's the pitch. And it is a 4-2-0. Collins got a piece of the ball. Heading on a great swing up. That's hit towards Keeler in right field. He's starting on in, and he has to head backwards a little bit. Gets a few steps back. Able to line up the ball, and we have 1 down. We are in the top of the 6th inning. Harry Davis is up to bat. So far this game, he has flown out twice. Once to left, once to center, or once to right field. We are ready. Here is the pitch by Slow Joe. And it is a 5-4-4. And Harry, that's good. It looks like it's going out that way towards third base. It's a slow hit going up the left field side. Coming up this Conroy, and he has to throw out there to Chase. Just barely gets the man. We have 2 down. We're in a tight game here. Both these teams want this one. There is no love loss going on in this one here. They want this game. They want it badly. We're in the 6th inning, and they are playing tight. You would think this is the World Series, folks. Full house here at Hilltop Park. Here is the pitch to Danny Murphy, who is 0 for 2. Flown out and grounded out. Here's the pitch. And it's a 7-7-5. That looks like it's going to be going out towards left field way. And it's a nice little ducker coming in. Jigsaw comes on in, grabs the ball, fires it into second. And Murphy's stuck at first base. Nice little dead ball base hit as they had back then. That's again, it's a single. Every hit this game has been a single so far. Nobody has had anything better than a one banger. Had a couple runners make it to second base on other choices, either a walk or a ground ball out. Jack Coombs is coming up. He is 1 for 2 today. He grounded out to third, and he got a base hit in the 4th inning. Here is the pitch. Murphy's at first. Never know who's going to try to steal here. Here we go. Doyle's at the plate. At the pitch, here is the pitch. And it is an 8-3-9. But Murphy was trying to step out that way. Pick-off throw. They got Murph. And that is 3 down. No runs. 1 hit on the pickoff play by Doyle over to Chase. Murph is out on the pickoff. At the end of 5.5 innings. And Philadelphia, no runs, 6 hits, no errors. New York, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. A great pickoff play. Pickoff move by Slow Joe Doyle. Due up to bat for the New York Highlanders is Harry Niles, Wee Willie Keeler, and Jake Stahl, who ended up playing for Boston. Actually, being a manager for Boston. I think he played for him too for a little while. Matter of fact, he was the 1929 manager of those very sad Boston Red Sox up that way. Up there in either the late 1920s or up in the early 1930s, Al. Here we go, Harry Niles. Bottom of the 6th inning, here is the pitch. And it is a 0.59. And he's got a piece of that ball. Rolls it slowly up towards the shortstop. Easily over to Nichols, able to get that ball. Fires over towards Davis. Makes the play. We have one down. Second time he has done that. Coming up to bat is Willie Keeler. Willie Keeler so far this game has grounded to first and flown out to right. He's been batting, hitting towards the right-hand side there. He's obviously looks like he's playing his dead pull for right now. Here is the pitch to Keeler. And it is a 7.56. Keeler's got a knock on that one there. Heading out towards the right field. He's going to drop on in for the base hit. That was right at Coombs, a bang one popper, so he was able just to get it in. Quick one hop to Coombs, and Keeler is on with a base hit. Third hit of the game for the Highlanders. Keeler is at first base. Jake Stahl is at the plate. They're going to try to see if they can get one across here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Keeler's going to go for the obvious first. And it is an 8.26. That's not going to be enough. Throw to first, and Keeler is safe. Able to slide on in. He wasn't moving that far out. Just wanted to test to see what Carter was going to do. Jake Stahl is up. Here is the pitch. We're going to see what we can get away with here. It is a 2.28. And that's right over heading towards second base. Is it in the air? No, it's on the move. Chopper towards second base. Murphy has to have it under control. Get the ball. Throws in time to retire. Stahl. Keeler will take second base. On that hit, on a chopper right to second base, we have two down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Kid Elberfeld is coming up to bat. So far, he has grounded out twice. First time to the second baseman. Second time to the catcher as it spun at first at the plate. Kid Elberfeld has made some great plays for the Highlanders at shortstop, considering he has an error rating of 9. And so doesn't Nichols. Simon Nichols, same thing. Here is the pitch by Carter. It is a 2.86. Looks like that one might be heading down the line. Ground third base, exactly where Collins was playing. And he's able to get that ball fire over towards Davis on the hop. Makes the grab, and we have 3 down. At the end of 6 full. No runs, 6 hits, no errors for Philadelphia. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors for the New York Highlanders. For any of our fans out here to know, as I mentioned at the very beginning of the game, this game, these two pitchers actually, and as you can see, their ratings are both 23 in digital diamond, which means if I get into the 7th inning, usually I'm good and lucky. It's based on hits, walks, all that good stuff. These two pitchers for real in 1908 pitched complete games in this game alone. It was a 1-0 game. And before I forget to mention it, it went 12 innings. For real. These two pitchers both pitched 12 innings. Matter of fact, I got to take that back. Nick Carter only pitched 11 2/3. That's what kind of game we are expecting. A very tight, very good game. Both teams won it. Coming up to bat is Jack Coombs. Jack Coombs, our right fielder so far today, is 1 for 2. Grounded out to third, and he got a base hit in the 4th inning. Here is the pitch. And it is a 7.91. And Coombs got a hold of that ball, got a piece of it, lifts it into the air. It's going to drop real quick on Stahl. Stahl's coming on in, gets the ball, pops it off his chest, gets there, keeps the ball in front of him, flips it back into Elberfeld, and Coombs will stay at first base. Second hit of the game for Coombs. That is not an error for Stahl. Rube Oldring is coming up to bat. Rube Oldring is so far 0 for 2. He has flown out twice. Now would be a good time for a sacrifice hit. Fielders may be going in. I think they will be. Everyone they never know what's going to happen here, especially in this late stage of the game. Infielders are in. No outs. Rube Oldring is at the plate. Doyle's on the mound. Here is the pitch. It is a 4-2-4. And Coombs is trying to get the lead. Doyle roughs it back. Coombs is safe. He had to scramble back to get there. Here is the pitch. They're going for the hit and run. And Coombs is on his horse. Coombs is on his horse, but here comes the ball. Hoping for the play. And it's ball 4. Coombs did not have to be in that much of a hurry. That is Doyle's first walk of the game. Coombs will take second base, and this is the second time this game, if you want to call it a threat. Runners on first and second. Sid Smith, the catcher's up. He has got a base hit, and he is lined out to short. Philadelphia is ready here in the top of the 7th inning. Here is the pitch by Doyle. And it is this is a 9-9-0. And that's heading out towards left field. Ball's absolutely hammered heading out that way. He's going to have to play it off the wall. He bounces down to the ground, hits a pebble, goes off to the side. Jake Stahl has to chase it down. Here comes... Oh, God, I got to go to this one here. Hold on, kiddies. Here comes Coombs. Coombs heading on around from second base. He's going to make it in. Smith is on his way, heading past second base. Here comes Oldring. Oldring's coming in to score. And Smith will take third base. The first extra bat hit in the entire game. Philadelphia will take a 2-0 lead here in the top of the 7th inning. Sid Smith on a triple. And 2 RBIs. Philadelphia grabs a 2-0 lead. Nick Carter's up at the plate. There are no out here in the bottom of the 7th, in the top of the 7th inning. Fielders are going to the infield's going to be in the seat for the play at the plate to get the fleet-footed Smith, who surprisingly shows some speed for a catcher, but he got lucky because the ball hit a pebble out there in the outfield in the dirt, or could even have hit Hartzell's glove, which is quite possible. Here is the pitch. And it is a 0-4-7 on Nick Carter. Doyle is ready. They fire away. Pitch on the way. And that's a swing, a rusty gate swing on Carter. And we have 1 down. That is the first strikeout of the game for both teams. Here in the top of the 7th inning. Topsy Harson's coming back up. He is 1 for 3. Last time up, he grounded out to the catcher, Red Kleinow. There is 1 down here in the top of the 7th inning. The infield again is going to be in for the play to the plate. They're not holding back. They're going to try to preserve. They're going to try to preserve this game. Here is the pitch, and it is a 6-0-2. Sliding away, here we go, winds up, delivers, and that is ball 4. Slow Joe Doyle has walked his second batter this game. Smith will stay at first. Hartzell's over at first base. They're going to see if they can try to get that stolen base. Infield is not going to worry about it. They're going to let him go. And here we go, folks. Here is the pitch to Nichols. More likely than not, stolen base attempt by Hartzell. Good chance that he can get it. It's a 2-4-7. He is not going to get it. Runners are at the corner. Snap throw to first. Hartzell gets back just in time. They forget Doyle's already got 1 pick off this game. Runners at first and third. Here is the pitch to Nichols. It is a 2-4-3. And that's heading out towards left field. Infield being in. Winds up, delivers. Driven deep gap into that left center field. Stahl is chasing it down, and he picks it off for the out. Smith is tagging up. He will score easy on this one on the deep fly ball there in left field. It is now 3-0 Philadelphia, 2 down. Hartzell stays at first. Long deep fly sacrifice fly by our man. And Jimmy Collins is coming up. Runner on first. Three Philadelphia runs have come in this game. Oop, that didn't want that to happen. I lost my banger dice. Like I say, I use a tower. I have my regular 3 10-sided dice, but I put a 4th dice in there, a little old hard 6-sided dice. And I use what I call the banger dice. It gets these dice up to bang off of, and it keeps certain things from happening that I've had happen with the 3-sided, with the dice by themselves. Here's the pitch. And it is a 7-5-3. And that's right there, coming into Collins. And that is an outside pitch, just outside the black. And we have his second walk of the inning, 3rd walk of the game. Runners on first and second. Yes, Doyle is tired. One thing I got to play how to deal with this game, I have to push it back just a little bit on these guys. So here is the pitch. It is 2 down. Doyle is tired, and here we go. It is a 1-8-8. On the hit and run. And that is heading out over towards third base. Runners were on the move. Line hard, and Conroy's right out there to get it. But Philadelphia again, we will ignore the organ being played, because obviously electricity really wasn't around back then. Conroy gets the play, but Philadelphia broke ice, drew first blood, whatever you want to call it. And they take a 3-0 lead over the Highlanders. Due up for the Highlanders is Hal Chase, Charlie Hemphill, and Whit Conroy. Nick Carter's back on the mound here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Hal Chase so far today is 0 for 2. Okay, I gotta fix that. Alright, I gotta change the rule there too. I may have to bring that up to about 10 or 11. In most of my leagues, I have the pitcher stop. They call it a 7 in here in digital dive for the fatigue. They go anywhere from 2 or 3 out over the number, or up to 7 or 8 or 9. I allow it. Happens on occasion. Sometimes it gets a little overboard. I have to go in and trace it. If it happens to the visiting team, I can't do anything about it. But this is dead ball. I'm going to have to boost it, because a lot of pitchers pitch the full game, even though they're reluctant. I can change them in my side of the inning. I'm going to do that in this game here. Here is the pitch by Carter to Chase. And it is a 6-6-5. And Chase gets a piece of it, heading out towards right field. That's deep into right field, heading out towards that wall. And Coombs makes the catch in front of that CW sign. 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Coming up is Charlie Hemphill, who is 0 for 1. Has a walk, stolen base. His first of the season. Carter is ready. Here is the pitch. And it is a 0-7-3. Carter brings it. That's popped up just behind the plate. Smith is able to get it. Gets back there real quick. Stretches out. Makes the grab. We have 2 down. Whit Conroy is up. He so far is 0 for 2 today. Yankees have sort of been horse called. He is lined to short and flew out to left field. Carter's on the mound. Here is the pitch. And it is a 1-1-1. Conroy's got a slap on that ball. He's got the pitch. He hit it on the screws, and Oldring was right there coming on in. Took a few steps in. He was racing the ball in as the ball is coming to him. 3 down on the line drive, and that is it for the New York Highlanders in the bottom of the 7th inning at the end of 7 innings. Philadelphia, 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the New York Highlanders. No runs, 3 hits, no errors. It is a great, great game. In this game, that could be. A couple of my other games, though, you wouldn't believe me. I had an 8-5 game run. Cleveland had an 8. Basically, they were up 7-0, and the Tigers put 5 runs in 1 inning. Cleveland was just hammering the crap out of the ball. outstanding way for the game to be played. Here we go, folks. Slow Joe Dole is not going to be, we're going to take him out. We're going to be fair right now until I can figure this out. I can wait for the bench. Keeping in mind that I have to set up the lineups every game for this, so it's not the easiest thing to do. And as you can see, if you can see my thing, and I know everybody can. Now, this was not one of the best Highlander teams, the Yankee teams, whatever you want to call them. This is Joe Lake. Okay, he was 9-22. This is Rube Manning. He plays the outfield also. Here is the problem. I've got a thing going into Digital Diamond. If he wanted to pinch hit, I couldn't use him because he's in there as a pitcher. Any of these guys. I've got one relief pitcher. This is it. Doyle is the other one. So I'm going to bring him in. Because I have no idea what I'm looking at for starting pitchers. I have to go back in and go find it. So I'll bring this guy in. He is going to pitch. This is Doc Newton. Doc Newton went 4-5. He has one save. We just saw that. Has an ERA of 2.95 for the Highlanders. Did have a rather high whip. On-base percentage was .330 according to the guys over there. And for real, he is. They only had 2 relief pitchers. I got a bunch of kids, but they don't have them up. So I got to really make sure I hit the transactions in this game to see when they come up and go play. I got to find them. I know I've got them in there somewhere. If not, I'm going to have to add them in. That's not going to be the easiest thing in the world to do either. Okay, Doc Newton went 4-5. He did start 13 games, finished 7 of them. He has 6 complete. Threw 1 shutout. Walked 41, struck out 49. He, like I said, this is the error. You're not going to get a pitcher of that kind of magnitude. You're not going to get. This is not Steve Carlton, Sale, or any of those type of pitchers. Clemens, who will strike out 15, walk 1. You're not going to get that down here. You're going to get pitchers who are going to, except for maybe Walter Johnson, Christy Mathewson. Those are the guys you want to look at. And even then, they may not be. He had a strikeout to walk ratio of 1.2. The best of the New York Highlanders was Jack Chesborough. He had a strikeout walk ratio of 1.85, not even 2-1. And he had a 14-20 record. The Highlanders in 1908 went. They were actually 51-103. They finished dead last in the American League in 1908. This is not the teams we know, we learn to love and hate as we grew up. Here is the pitch to Danny Murphy. And it is a 6-3-4. The numbers changed, but not by much, guys, just so you know. And Newton rocks and fires, routine ground ball, but Elberfeld managed to flub it up. Might still have time. No! He beat out a close play. Elberfeld will get the error on the play for the catch. E6. First error of the game by both teams. Still, he played a hell of a game so far, so going to the 8th inning like this, nothing to complain about. Jack Coombs is coming up. He is 2 for 3 today. He's got a decent run going. Has a single. Has 2 singles. Scored a run. Here is the pitch. And it is a 6-0-1. Might get a lead. Yep, that's what I thought. Murph's going to try to steal base. Be careful. And he is safe going back to first. Newton had him ready. He was looking for it. Here is the pitch to Coombs. And it is a 3-6-9. And another chance for Elberfeld. Turns on the rubber. Hits it right down the ground. Shortstop fielded. He follows the Niles to chase. Double play. And he made up for his mistake on a great 6-4-3. Second double play of the game by both teams. The Philadelphia A's had one in the first inning to shut the Highlanders down. Coming up is Rube Oldwing. He walked, scored a run. He is 0 for 2, flown out twice. Here is the pitch to Oldring. And it is a 6-2-2. And he sounds like he got a pop on it. High drive to center field and deep. Penfield's going back. He's heading back out towards that cigarette sign way back there. Makes the grab. Oh, just leaps up into the wall, into that cigarette sign, makes the catch, and it is 3 down. So what could have been a disaster ended up being a 1-2-3 inning for the New York Islanders on a great catch by Charlie Hemphill. This looks like it's a cigarette sign, Al. I think. I don't know. So that's what I'm calling it. That's where the play went. Deep, dead center field. Red Kleinow's coming up to bat. There were no pinch hitters in this game, by the way, kiddies. Just so you know. If the other team puts one in, that's not my call. There were no pinch hitters in this game. Bad enough I had to relieve the pitcher. Here is the pitch to Red Kleinow. And it is a 2-2-4. Carter deals. That is on the ground. A weak ground ball right at Nichols. He is able to glove it easily. Tosses over to Davis for the out. And we have 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 6-3 on that play. Coming on up will be Doc Newton, the pitcher himself. Doc Newton batted 160. Had no home runs, 2 RBIs in his tenure here with the New York Islanders. Here is the pitch. And it is a 9-5-0. He got a hold of that heading out there towards the end of the pitch is. Swung on down a line drive, base it into right field. Combs is heading out there towards right field. Grabs it on the hop, throws it into the wild, into the infield, trying to get into a hurry. Newton's going to be taking an extra base, and he will take second on a poor throw, 2 on their cutoff. Error by Jack Coombs, a rarity for the right fielder. So that's a base hit and an E9 on the throw. He got wild as he tried to turn around, twist it in, get the ball in a hurry. He rushed it, getting on in. So we have a runner on second base. 1 down. Coming up to bat is Harry Niles. Harry Niles so far today is 1 for 3. Got a base hit in the first and has grounded out twice since. Newton is at second base. Always a chance to see what we can get away with here, and we're going to try. No, it's not going to make it. Oh my stars, it could have been something else. And Harry Niles is ready. Here is the pitch to Niles. And it is a 9-6-6. We got to have ourselves a game going on here, folks. That is heading out towards left field in and out of the box. Pitch on the way. That's a swung on and shot down third base line, getting on the ground. Hartzell has to hover over towards the corner. Here goes Niles. Niles heading over towards second base, and the pitcher, Doc Newton, is going to score his own run here, and it is a 3-1 game. The shutout is broken up. The Highlanders have 2 hits in a row here on a double by Harry Niles, the first extra base hit for the Highlanders. Willie Keeler's hoping he can keep up with the luck, see what's going on here in this 3-1 game now. Doc Newton scored on that play. Niles at second base. Keeler's at the plate. Here is the pitch. They're going to see what they can get away with. And it is a 0-4-3. They're going to try the hit and run, change their mind. Good thing they did. And it's a towering pop-up behind the mound. Could have been a problem there. Murphy's ready to call it, and he makes the grab. Keeler is out on the pop-up to second base. That is 1 down, 2 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Coming up is Jake Stahl. Runners on second base. Bottom of the 8th inning, nothing to lose. There's 2 down, so you ain't got to worry about a double play situation here. Here is the pitch on a hit and run attempt. And it is a 2-3-5. Carter at belt. Here we go. Niles on his way. Wild pitch. He's going to get over there. And Carter tried something different, and he missed. Niles will take third on the wild pitch. Stahl's at the plate. Ball 1. So far today, he has walked, popped out, lined out, and he is grounded out. Here's the pitch to Stahl. Runner at third base. 2 down. And it is a 5-8-8. And that's lifted in the air, but playable. Harsh is able to make that grab. 3 down, but the Highlanders get 1 run up. 1 run on 2 hits. There's 1 man left at base going into the top of the 9th. Doc Newton's on the mound, pitched 3 straight. Sid Smith, who really caused all the commotion here in this game, in the top 7th inning. Alrighty, Al, you take care too. If you see Beatles, tell him he missed a brilliant one. Sid Smith is up. Here is the pitch. Top of the 9th inning. It is a 6-8. And that is heading out towards left field. He got under this one, that all not deep, but all stalls able to get into position easily. We have 1 down. Nick Carter is coming to bat for his own cause. Last time up, he struck out. Here is the pitch. He's the first strikeout of this entire game. Actually, yeah, the only strikeout in this entire game. Here is the pitch. And it is a 9-3-1. Carter's able to get a piece of that ball heading out that way. It's a little flare in the left field. It's going to get over Wood Conroy's head. St. John's over there heading that way. Makes the grab, gets that ball in there. Hustles it back into the infield for the play. And we have a base runner at first base with 1 out. The pitcher, Nick Carter. That is the 9th Philadelphia hit today. So everybody's in theory, but obviously it's not true. Topsy Harsh is up to the plate. He is 1 for 3. Walked his last time up. Here is the pitch. And it is a 2-7-9. See what happens. Carter could be trying for the stolen base. And that's heading out towards shortstop. Does Elfield get this one here easily? Hits it slowly. Fielder by outfield throws to chase it. Get him out. Carter will take second base. They're going to see if they can try to tire him out. That was his plate. So on a fair, they're 4-3. Coming up to bat will be Simon Nichols. He is 1 for 3. Looks like they are going to give him the sacrifice hit out there because he has got a base hit. 3 unassisted, flown out to center, flown out to left. Looks like we've got a sacrifice hit going on out there. I believe he did. He knocked inside. He did. That was a sacrifice. That's a sacrifice hit there in to left field in the 3-run 7th inning. That's what he got there. Sacrifice fly ball for the RBI. He does have an RBI. 1 for 3. Carter's at second base. Nichols at the plate. Here is the pitch. And it is a 5-4-8. And Nichols got it on the money there, swung on a line drive up the middle, and Elberfield's able to snag it out of nowhere, heading out towards his left field. Able to grab it and able to run, drop, falls down on the way out, and he gets the play. Great play by Eberfeld. He's done brilliantly this game, actually, except for that 1 error, and even then he got away with it. So at the end of 8.5 innings, Philadelphia's 3 runs, 9 ones, 1 error. 3 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. The New York Islanders 1 run, 1 5-1. Carter is tired. They're leaving him in the game. Kid Eberfeld himself is up. He is 0 for 3. He has grounded out all 3 times. Here is the pitch. And it is a 8-9-6. Elberfeld got a hold of the ball. Looks like heading out that way towards center field on the button towards him. Way too hot to handle for Collins as it gets past. Eddie Collins has come in to replace. And it goes quickly in there as a base hit for Elberfeld. Over to throw it back in. Eddie Collins comes in to replace our shortstop, Nichols. Elberfeld is on with the base hit. Coming up to bat is Hal Chase. The Yankees are down 3-1. We're in the 9th inning. Elberfeld, see if they can get away with here. And not this time, 9-4-0. Here's the stretch. Quick throw to first, and Elberfeld gets back in time. Hal Chase is at the plate. Runners at first base. Here we go. And it is a 1-6-5. That's on the ground. Sounds like routine ground ball. Collins comes up to Murphy. Over to Davis. Double play. Second one of the game for the Philadelphia A's. 6-4-3. So that is 2 out. Wipes out the runner at the base. Charlie Hemphill is up. I should have gone the way I was going to, and I didn't. Here is the pitch to Hemphill. It is a 4-0-7. And Hemphill hit it up. That's a major league pop-up. That's not the distance. Looks like he ain't going to get it this time. Just fills on it, makes the play. That's the second time this game that Hemphill fouled out to the catcher. Nick Carter gets a complete game victory. Let us set the box score here for everybody to look at. Yeah, we'll make it official. Sid Smith should be the player of the game. Like I said, I gotta wait. 1908 is a little weird. There we go. Sid Smith was the player of the game. And Nick Carter got a complete game. Sid Smith went 2 for 4, 2 RBIs and a run scored. So let's look at the box score. As we like to see, we got going on here a brilliantly excellent played game here in the dead ball era. For the New York Islanders, Slow Joe Doyle went 7 innings, gave up 3 runs. He had that one bad inning, 8 hits, gave up a triple, walked 3, and struck out 1. The only strikeout of the game. Doc Newton came in, pitched 2 brilliant innings, giving up just 1 hit. For Philadelphia, Nick Carter came in through a complete game. 6-hit, 1-run game. We only give a double with 2 doubles, with 2 walks. Batting for the Highlanders, Harry Niles went 2 for 4. He had a double, and had the only RBI for the Highlanders, knocking in the pitcher Doc Newton, who also had a base hit this game. Reached second base on the error by the right fielder for Philadelphia. We'll get up there and look again. I'm hoping that if they all look at this, we would like full names, please, Mark. Mark and Johnny Bravo, we would like full names here, which would help out a whole lot better. I showed you the scorecard for somebody else. It can work here. You guys can do it. I have complete faith and trust in you. Harry Niles and Charlie Hemphill both have stolen bases for the New York Islanders. Elberfeld got the error. They left 5 runners, and they also participated in 1 double play for Philadelphia. They had 9 hits. Jack Coombs with 2 for 4. Sid Smith with 2 for 4. He had the lone extra base hit for Philadelphia, which knocked in 2 runs. Knocking in Combs and Oldring. Had 2 RBIs. Nichols came in. He had the other RBI for Philadelphia, knocking in Sid Smith himself on a sacrifice fly. Jack Coombs had the lone error for Philadelphia. Philadelphia left 8 runners on base, and they struck out 2. We are going to export this so I can post it. I post this in 2 places, just so you know. Okay? Delphi Forms is not... Digital Diamond Baseball does not support Delphi Forms anymore, but Delphi Forms is a whole lot easier to play. So I put it in there. I also put it in Digital Diamond Baseball's DigitalDiamondBaseball.com in their page. They have a form section in there. I don't like it, but I can at least post the score. But to fix it up, I have to fix it into Delphi Forms first, and then I do a cut and paste or copy and paste into Digital Diamond. But it goes into 2 places. Anybody who wants to look can look. Usually I put in the player of the game. I'll get their picture. I'll put in the player of the game, do a little blurb, and have a good time with it. So, folks, you missed it. Whoever didn't watch, except for Al. A great game. 6.5 in. It went real great. Philadelphia again, one more time. 3 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. The New York Islanders, 1 run, 6 hits, and 1 error. This is Clinton signing off. To remind everybody, we now have, as everybody knows, everybody says, well, the 4 seasons are winter, spring, summer, fall. No. The 4 seasons are preseason, regular season, postseason, and the worst one of them all, off-season. We are now in off-season. Take care, everybody, and I will be watching you guys next.